What up, YouTube? I'm about to go into the gym. I'm still waiting to digest my meal. I ate it like an hour and 10 minutes ago, but I still got like 20 minutes to digest that. So then I eat your most carb heavy meal of the whole day 1 hour and 30 minutes before you work out, so that your body digests the carbs, and you actually have enough glycogen in your muscles to actually get a pump in the gym, and then you use the carbs for energy, so you'll feel the strongest and you'll get the best pump by eating the most carb heavy meal of your day 1 hour and 30 minutes before that. But try it out, let me know how it goes. You'll have the best workout, you'll feel stronger, you'll get the best pump. But just try it out if you don't know that already. But when I woke up today, I woke up at 5:30. Then I was thinking about this. I made this reel talking about giving up equals handing someone else the prize. And people don't want to admit that. People don't, like, when they gave up. And they don't want to say they gave up. They want to say, oh, I tried my best, I did this. No, you didn't. You fucking gave up. Be honest. You gave up. You could have went harder. You gave up. You didn't give it your all. If you would have gave it your all, you would have won. You gave up. And people don't want to admit that they gave up. They don't want to admit that they didn't push themselves. They don't want to admit that they're lazy, because nobody wants to admit that they're lazy. Everybody wants to say, oh, I tried my best, I tried this, to try to validate why they didn't make it, why they didn't reach that goal, why they didn't get that trophy, why didn't they win that competition. They want to justify why they didn't win. But giving up equals handing someone else the prize. Giving up equals handing someone else the prize. Anytime you don't feel like waking up and you sleep in, guess what? The dude who doesn't sleep in and he wants that same car that you want, he's gonna get that car first. He's gonna get it, and you might not even get that car. You might not even get it. Maybe you'll get it later, but you're never gonna get that same exact car that you wanted. He got it first because he understood giving up equals handing someone else the prize. And he didn't want to give someone else the prize. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to grab the prize for himself. That's why he's so consistent, because he doesn't want to hand somebody else the prize. He's that hungry for it. And you're competing against him. You know how many men you're competing against? You do not understand how many men actually want to make it, want that same car that you want that same physique that you want that same girl that you want that same business to work out, want like that house, that jet, that watch. So many men want the same thing as you. And you think you just working a little bit, you sleeping in, you like not being consistent, you think you're gonna outwork all of them? You think you're gonna be the one person who gets there? Bro, anytime you miss, you slack off, you don't do something that you know you're supposed to do, you don't read, you don't get to work, you don't do that deep work that you said you're gonna do, you don't record that video, you don't do this, you don't go work out, you just gave somebody else the prize. You handed someone else the prize. You were reaching for it, you were running to it, you were running to the prize, and you just stopped and you're like, I'm gonna let him have it. That is what you said. That is what you did, because you didn't want it bad enough. You would rather stay in your comfort zone and be like, nah, I don't want to push myself, I don't want to be uncomfortable for a certain amount of time to get that thing. I'd rather stay comfortable right now and feel worse later, knowing that I didn't push myself. But I'm gonna just let him have it. I would rather him get it and not me. I would rather stay in my comfort zone and then regret it later. Regret it that I didn't push myself. Regret it that I didn't work as hard as I could. And now, look, think about this. You're competing against this one dude. He could be your friend. He could be across the whole world. You might not even know him. But guess what? He started at the exact same time as you. He knew exactly what to do, and you knew exactly what to do. But he was more consistent than you, and you weren't. When he wanted to wake up at 5 a.m., well, nobody wants to wake up at 5 a.m., but when he had his alarm set at 5 a.m., and that alarm goes off, he stood up, turned that alarm off, and got straight to work. You didn't. You turned that alarm off, and you went straight back to sleep. Stayed in your comfort zone. You just gave up right there. You handed him, you literally like, stop. You were running to the prize, and you just stopped. And he's going to keep on running, and you're watching him keep on running. Keep on running. You're watching him pass you just by that one little thing. Another thing goes by. You say you're going to get to work, and then you don't. You start procrastinating. You start scrolling on Instagram, start watching a bunch of YouTube videos, just mentally masturbating, fucking TikTok, Netflix shows, movies. And guess what? The other dude, he got straight to work. He's now even more ahead of you. You stopped. You haven't even moved from when your alarm went off. You haven't even moved. He's already like 2 blocks ahead of you. He's still running. Another thing goes by. You say you're going to go to sleep at, what, 9 p.m., 10 p.m.? He goes straight to sleep, or he doesn't use an hour before he goes to bed. He reads, he avoids blue light, he takes a warm shower, and then he falls straight asleep. He does all the things to make him just fall asleep and get the best sleep so that he could be the most productive the next day. You don't. You stay up on your phone. You stay scrolling. You stay watching YouTube videos. You stay watching Netflix shows. You stay fucking wasting your time. Not even doing anything productive. And then you wake. And then when your alarm goes off, you're like, oh no, I feel so tired. Why did I feel so tired? I didn't get enough sleep. I didn't do this. Why didn't I go to sleep earlier? And you just sleep in again. Guess what? You still haven't moved since you woken up the day before. And that dude is already a mile ahead of you. Miles ahead of you. He's still running. And you're just standing still watching him get to the finish line before you. And yet you're still comfortable. You're still comfortable sleeping in. You're still comfortable not doing the work. You're still comfortable like not pushing yourself to where you could be. You're not pushing yourself to the limit. You're not working as hard as you can. How the fuck are you still comfortable when you're watching someone else get what you could have had? Bro, when are you gonna wake up and actually realize, like, when I tell you that you're competing against so many other men, that should motivate you. That should motivate you to work even harder for you to become that one man who makes it, to become that one of the very few to actually reach that big goal, to actually become successful, become like that 0.1% man. It should fuel you, that competition. Because, okay, think about when you're in the gym, you're training alone. And then like the gym is completely empty. And you're just training by yourself, and you don't push yourself to where you could. And then you're just not pushing yourself because there's nobody else to compete against. You're not hungry. You don't want to win against somebody else. There's not somebody that you're trying to beat. But when somebody's doing the same exercise next to you with the same weight, he's had the same thing. It's the same. You guys are doing the exact same exercise. You guys just started. And that motivates you to do more than him. That motivates you to push harder than him. That motivates you to beat him and actually win. You want to see him lose, and you want to see you win. Competition pushes you. Because I notice that when I'm in the gym, if I see somebody else even doing more weight than me or less weight than me, I still want to do more reps, more, just push myself harder than them, because I know that I'm going to be better than them. I know that I'm going to get to the finish line before them. I know that I'm just going to get that prize before them. I'm going to get the prize and they're not. Like if you're working out with a friend, they push you to do better. They push you to go harder in the gym because they're setting the example, they're setting the standard, and you want to do better than them, like friendly competition. You want to do better than them, and by you guys, you're here, you go up, and then he's down here, and he wants to catch up to you. He wants to do better than you, and he goes up here, and you guys just keep elevating like this. Friendly competition or ruthless competition when you don't know the person. But that should motivate you, that you're competing with all these other men. That should completely motivate you that you're going to come out on top. You're going to be that one of the few who actually make it. You're going to be the one of the few who actually put the work in, who actually did what they said they were going to do, who were actually uncomfortable and were working super hard every single day. That should motivate you to have that status when you do make it. And you could look at all the other men that you were competing against not make it because they didn't do the work that you did. They didn't do the work that you did, and you could literally just look at them and be like, wow, they could have been here, but they were lazy. They were lazy, and they deserve to be where they are because they didn't do the work that they were supposed to do. They were lazy. They would have rather stayed in the comfort zone than be uncomfortable and reach the goal. But you are willing to stay uncomfortable to reach that goal. But if you give up, you're handing the prize to someone else. That's the truth. You can't say nothing else. That is the truth. You gave up. You handed the prize to somebody else. You said, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it that bad. You want it more than me. You could just have it. Like, how low does your testosterone for you to just accept that? Accept to give up and hand them the prize. I don't even understand some of you. How you could, that. If you don't do the thing, he's going to get that thing before you. You want that car. He doesn't give up like you. And you're going to have to watch him drive that car. Drive that same exact car that you want. He's going to have fun with that car. And you're going to have to watch him literally just have fun with the car that could have been yours. It's the same thing with a girl. You guys started at the same time, self-improving. But you were lazy and he got a better physique than you. Let's say he has the exact same face as you. He's the exact same height as you. Everything is the same. But his physique is just better because you didn't want to do the work. You skipped the gym when you didn't feel like it. You didn't hit your calories when you didn't feel like it. You didn't do that cardio when you didn't feel like it. You didn't go to sleep on time when you didn't feel like it. You didn't do the work regardless of how you felt. And he did. And he has a way better physique than you. His physique is twice as good as yours. And she looks at both of you. You guys have the exact same face. He has a better physique. Who's she going to pick? She's going to pick him. Of course she's going to pick him. And you're going to have to watch him. You're going to have to watch her be happy with him. And that could have been you if you actually put the work and stayed as consistent or even more consistent than him. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? You're going to feel so much regret, so much guilt that could have been you. But no, you were just too lazy. You would rather stay in your comfort zone and you were too lazy. You're going to feel that feeling in a couple years. Or might not even a couple years. Maybe in a few months. And you're going to see that person who came from the exact same position you, came from the exact same school as you, literally, you were friends with him, you knew him in high school, you knew him whenever. But he started from the exact same place as you. And guess what? He's going to be so much more successful than you. So much more successful than you. And you're going to feel so much regret, so much guilt, thinking, wow, that could have been me, but I was too lazy. I could be making as much money as he's making. I could have the same physique that he has. I could have the status that he has. I could have had the discipline that he has. I could have had everything that he has, but I was too lazy. Nothing else is a determining factor there. You started from the same place as him, but he did the work and you didn't. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel with that guilt? you're gonna feel so much shame and guilt that like the pain of regret is way harder than the pain of discipline. That is the truth. Think about this. When you're old and your grandkids or your sons ask you, like, how did you look when you were our age, when they're teenagers? How did you look when you were our age? And you show them a picture of how you look right now. Like, you're out of shape. You look fat as shit. What are they going to say? What are they going to say when you show them a picture of you when you were their age? Like, I don't know, teens, 20s, whatever. But they see that picture of you and you haven't changed. You're still fat. You're still fat and lazy. You're still weak and skinny. You're still skinny fat. What are they going to, like, they're just going to look at that and they're going to be like, wow, decades went by, years went by, and you still look exactly the same. You're still fat and lazy. You're still skinny fat. You're still weak and skinny. They're going to be like, wow, Dad has always been weak and lazy. Dad has always been fat and out of shape. They're going to be like, what? All these years went by and he didn't make a single change. He didn't improve himself in any way. They're literally just going to look at you and be like, they're going to be shameful and you're going to feel shameful. Like, imagine they say that to you. They're like, wow, Dad has always been fat and lazy. Dad has always been weak and skinny. Dad has always been skinny fat. He's always been out of shape. He's always been undisciplined. He's always been lazy. How are you going to feel when your own kids say that to you? Your own kids are telling you that you didn't change at all. You stayed a loser for years, for decades. How are you going to feel? Don't let that be you. Actually make a change before it's too late and you get to that situation where you feel that regret. Because if I felt that, I don't know what I would do. But I'm just never going to let that happen. Never going to let that happen. When you need to take so much action right now, you need to actually lock in right now. So then when that time does come, you show them and they're impressed. They're like, what the fuck? He still looks like... They look how great and in shape you are. They see how successful you were at their age. You show them how you're setting the example for them. You're setting the standard for them. Then they look at you. They look at you as they see you as a role model. They see you like, wow, Dad was in crazy shape. Dad was in insane shape. He had a crazy physique at my age. He was this successful at my age. I need to be like him. And I want to be better than him so that he could be proud of me. You need to be setting the example for your kids, because you don't want to just have like kids that are worse than you. You want to see your kids do better than you. So you need to set an example. So like set the standard for them. Be like, wow, Dad was exceptional. He was in crazy shape. He was super successful. I want to be like him. And I want to be better than him so that he could look at me and be proud of me. And then when they have their kids, then they're going to be proud of them too. And they're going to set the standard for them. But you need to set the standard for your kids and for everybody who looks up to you and for everybody who believes in you. Because if you don't, if you give up, you hand the prize to somebody else, then you're lying to everybody who believes in you. They believe in you and then they see you give up. And it's like if they lost a bet. It's like if they put money on you and they just lost all their money because you gave up. You're like, damn, I thought he was going to be big. I thought he was going to be exceptional. But now he was too lazy. He just gave up. Like, that's crazy. Why did he give up? I betted on him and he just gave up. Don't give up. Whatever you're going through, keep pushing. Do not hand the prize to somebody else. Get the prize for yourself, because you're going to feel so much guilt and shame when you just give up and you know you could have actually got that prize. You could have actually reached that goal if you actually stayed consistent. But you just gave up. You just gave up. Don't let that be you. Do not be a quitter. Don't give up. Be a winner. Stay pushing forward. The pain of regret is way worse than the pain of discipline. If you stop right now, you stop like chasing your goals, You're gonna feel so much regret when you just don't make it. You're gonna feel so much regret when just time just keeps going by and you still haven't reached that goal. You're gonna feel so empty, so disappointed with yourself, so shameful of yourself. You're like, wow, my life could have been here. I could have been doing this for my family. I could have had this. I could have had that car. I could have had this physique. I could have had this business, but no, I was too lazy. I didn't feel like doing the work. You didn't do the work. Guess what? That other dude who did the work, he got everything that you want. Because that same dude who started from the exact same place as you, he's going to get everything that you want, and you're not, because he's going to do the work that you don't feel like doing. Go ahead. Keep being lazy. Keep doing everything that you know isn't going to get to your goal. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing the bad habits that you're doing. You're not going to get there. Go ahead. Just keep doing it. Nothing changes if nothing changes. How are you going to do the same old bad habits that you know isn't going to get to your goal? You know that you're not working. You know that you're not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing to get to your goal. Go ahead. Keep doing it, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep doing it, because you're not going to make it. Are you happy now? You're not going to make it. Go ahead. Keep doing it. Stay in your comfort zone. Don't do the work. You're not going to get to your goal. Nothing changes if nothing changes. It's either you change now and you get to your goal later, or you don't change now and you just stay, you just never get to your goal. You just stay average. You stay average. You stay below average. Go ahead. If that's the life you want, fine. Go ahead. Go ahead and stay average. You're going to know what I'm talking about. You're going to remember me when you don't reach your goal, and you're going to feel the regret. Whether it's a small goal, whether it's a big goal, whether it's a little small goal that you want to hit this week, whether it's a small goal that you want to hit today, you're not going to hit it, and you're just going to feel regret and guilt. And that's with the little goals. Imagine with the huge goals, the ones that take years to make. Think about that. Imagine how those are going to feel. If the little things that you don't do, the little goals that you set out and you don't achieve, how shameful you feel with those, the guilt and like the pain of regret that you feel that you didn't do the work, like how bad the little ones feel. Imagine how bad the big ones are going to feel. But if you want to go to the pain of regret rather than the pain of discipline, that's fine. Go do you. But that's not going to be me. But thank you guys for watching. Follow my Instagram. Subscribe for more content. But see you guys in the next one.